Oregon, California, and Washington doing a thing like, oh, the CDC says this, so we're going to have our own medical something or other. Okay, I just want to make sure people understand how little this is going to matter worth shit. Whatever this is about, this has to be about tranny drugs. It's about tranny drugs and brain candy. Yeah, because that's what health is here. There's nothing. Yeah, it can't be many other things. There's you just, yeah. If you were to just like say stay around certain places where people collect, you'll start to see this kind of pretty good strict divide. The thing is, there's sometimes where you'll be sitting there going, this isn't exactly class going on here. This is not even in a place like Eugene, Oregon, second or third largest, maybe fourth largest city in Oregon. This isn't even a racial thing, because of the university pulling in people from so many different parts of the world. So no, what this is that there's just these people, these pools of incredibly unhealthy fucking people here. And I mean, really, you will be in conversations with people, and somebody will start talking about like doctor or something, or medicine, or the medical system, and they'll tell that it will be 20 minutes of all the fucking things that have gone wrong in this person's body. And you're just sitting there like, what the fucking hell? Like, and so and after a while, you can even spot it. I swear to God. There was this person who this happened with only within the last 2 weeks to me. And I'm just sitting there, and in my mind, as the conversation's starting, the first thing came up, I'm like, I am betting this person is barely alive. Like, this person, like, that's when they replaced my blood with sand or something, you know, like something bizarre. And sure enough, I kept my mind open to a bizarre conversation, and the bizarre happened. And it really was one, and I just was listening from afar, and I'm like, how is this person even alive? Like, and now if you're ever on a bus in Oregon, oh my God, the sickest people you've ever imagined. Like, and it just takes a conversation, making the error of having a conversation, because they'll tell you about their medical problems. This was another thing that I didn't know was like a thing. I had never encountered this growing up all my life on buses and trains. I never encountered something like this. Like, because it was the first time I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, this person was very generous and charitable with information about themselves. I don't know, a little uncomfortable. But then it was the second time. And I was like, okay, this is kind of odd. Like, there's these like kind of odd, heavy white women who complain about their health a lot on public transportation. Now I've been here for long enough. This happened within the first few months of me living here. Now I totally understand. No, the Oregon specifically, and the blue enclaves, and I'm thinking this extends to more blue enclaves on the West Coast. Somehow they have uniquely people who have clusters of all kinds of strange illnesses, allergies. Now I worked at one place that was vegan organic allergy place. You can eat this, and You could eat this luxurious tidbit and it won't kill you. It's made of organic imitation everything. Imitation everything. And totally vegan. And it's not sawdust. It's food. Totally food. Now, I worked at this place, and so I got lots of conversation time in with the customer base, and there were some people who had the odd thing that it hit me that I'm like, I think this person might have been bitten by one of those ticks that then prevents them from metabolizing that specific protein that then you can't really digest meat very well. You start digesting meat extremely inefficiently, and it makes you sick. So, but it comes from, I think, a deer tick or something. And so there's been people like that I'm like, that seems really odd. But then there was the thing too of, that would be odd, except you have these qualities which would make you more prone to an odd mutation like that. And that took a long time for me to learn that kind of thing. But what really I found was the most okay, a lot of these people, they're very concerned about their food. Picky eaters. And then you find out that, what they know about, what's going on in the world, stuff like that. So that's where I came up with the term light readers, picky eaters. Now there's another one that you'll see a lot in this light readers, heavy eaters. This is the kind of probably dorks everywhere like this, but there's an aspect of certain kinds of West Coast dorkage that's a part of this. Oh, these are the people who will buy Concord, but they don't buy Concord. They're willing to say they support, but they don't show up to the show. And they tend to be heavy. They tend to skew heavier and rounder. So a lot of what you're seeing now with kind of people who are healthy is just they're just extremely normal looking. I mean, you just don't think of them as healthy necessarily. But the thing is, it's that once you encounter all the sick people, and this is, I mean, like women on the West Coast, Northwest women don't get, this is one of the reasons why men don't date. Northwest women will be allergic to weird things. And so hippie dip, the hippie dip, what do you call that? Oh, what's that fucking, I can't believe I'm forgetting, because it's a term, it's a pain, hypochondria. So hypochondriac pain, feelings of just oddness, being driven by emotional states, because emotional states, you can just then sort of create bad feelings within your body. All of this is really these major issues out here. And then I just, the best part about this is all of this is this anger now that you don't, that the emergency usage of fucking COVID is done. And there's COVID wackos out here. Total and complete COVID wackos. Doctors who are COVID wackos. And as I point out, Fried Chicken Man, I was able to put together, these are people, nobody's using the term virulence. No asymptomatic spread. Children can't even be infected by it because it's too weak. That's low virulence. Oh yeah, you could be 50 years old, and as long as you even get minor physical exercise consistently, this thing could barely touch you. It's just, I mean, it's that you literally almost have to be like exposed, and then no there's no asymptomatic spread. I mean, like, just that alone. And so I was like, Washington, Oregon, California are fucked. The Democrats, it's just so over. This is going to be beautiful. You would think that there'd be some moment where they're going, maybe we should cool it. Maybe we should concentrate on actually what, like balancing, if we're going to, freedom's better, and you don't want people being so free that they do things like destroy all the malls. And they're still not even doing anything to make sure that there's like really property rights. No discussion about allowing people more easier access legally to firearms to defend themselves from the criminal hordes that the Democratic Party systematically and tacitly has protected from any kind of payback. So this is just glorious to see this being done. It's just I'm fascinated. We're going to form a health alliance. Like so now I'm wondering, are they going to try to gin up some kind of, like, you got to pay into some health thing or something, some crap like that, like, or is it that their state health insurance programs are falling apart? They know that all of them, all these states, all their medical pension systems and stuff like that for public workers, contractors, it's probably going to fall apart. Probably the hospitals, because there's only boomers are using them. No young people are using them. People aren't having the children. Oh yeah, and now they can't get money for treating illegal aliens. And the rising cost of just equipment costing. There's only so much of a period of time. See, if you don't have enough patients, one of the key things is you don't have information, which is a key part of everything. Is all these hospitals, they use sort of your information to make money. I mean, that's what it is. It's they make money off your info. Like so many other businesses, but I mean, it's that, people don't really think of it that way. And so that's probably costing them too, is that if they don't keep getting new people in, there's only so much data they could really sell. They're not getting as many, and then but this is fascinating now that it's you can't just use this experimental, unproven, it's completely unproven, that we're at the stage that now the COVID vaccine has shown almost no efficacy in any way, shape, or form. It's actually at the stage that there's no data it has any real efficacy whatsoever after all these fucking years. And it only is when these companies themselves say it has efficacy. Who comes out of it is boomers and dumb shits. that are like, oh yeah, see, Pfizer says that it's very effective. And that's what now the hippie Northwest kind of, we use essential oils, we use aromatherapy and massage, we use therapeutic exercise to improve ourselves and maintain ourselves. We do, Tai Chi and Chai Tea. That was that joke, that whole joke had to do with specifically the culture of therapy and medicine and folk medicine kind of thinking of the Pacific Northwest, left of center. That, and I mean, and now we've got to have our own medical system. So we got to have our own CDC now. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. The irony, just and that it will be so bad. It'll be such a failure. This is going to be such a Simpsons episode. It will be a whole series of Simpsons episodes of the Northwest CDC. And then it's like, wait, okay, so when are you going to find out that you should do something about the homeless encampments because they would be a disease vector hub? Any no? Nope. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? You don't want to offend them. Oh my God, because you see, offending people, that can lead to health problems, you see. And then we're back to square one. You see, you got to go to the root causes. Like Anna Kasparian likes saying. Got to go to the root causes. All right. That was just something I was seeing. I've got to check out the story on that. And just everything about it sounds hilarious. Because that was the whole thing. Is I was like, but if you have a bunch of people all together unhoused, they probably would be spreading the COVID to each other. That's called disease vector. That's vector control, is what that's called. Why aren't you thinking about that? No, fuck that. Fuck something that a person who just took first aid would have known. Jesus. All right, later.